Morning everyone and welcome to the council meeting for the 3rd of December. We're nearly there. Please join me in standing for the opening karakia. Whakakata, tiha, tihiuru, whakataka, tihu, titonga, kia mana kine, tihutu, tia magtatara, tiratai, tiahi, tihihu, tihuka, hihahui, hihe, mariora. Thank you very much. Apologies, I have an apology for lateness from Sam, but I understand he's in traffic and he'll be here in a couple of secs. But I'm happy to move it and Pauline's happy to second it. All those in favour? I thank you, that it's carried. Anyone got any declarations of interest? I don't have any, but if someone thinks things are getting a bit, they're thinking about it, please let us know all the way through the meeting. Supplementary reports, I'm happy to move and Pauline's happy to second to include a PX supplementary item number 19. All those in favour? Against? Thank you, that's carried. So now we're into public forums. The Christchurch Euphoria Studio Dancers who won gold at Hip Hop Unite Adult Mega World Championships in Prague. This is absolutely fantastic.
Right, so I'd be glad if I could say that I'm part of them, but but I'm here with a different hat on. So I'm here as a member of the Filipino community, and my heart is beaming with pride to introduce the world champions. This is Jobel, the artistic director. She started her dance studio in her garage. Where was it?
It's at Mairehau.
At Mairehau, in her garage, with only 5 students 4 years ago. And this time, so they joined the competition, and here are our champions. Just a few of them were able to make it, and I pass it on to Jobel.
Hi everyone, good morning. Thank you so much for having us here.
Oh, it's Jobel's birthday today.
Turned 18, just kidding. My name is Jobel and I'm the artistic director of Euphoria Dance Studio, and I actually just moved here in New Zealand last 2018. And thank you again for Ate Marie for this chance to speak in this platform, and thank you all so much for being here. We just actually opened our dance studio at our garage during 2021, and I only had 5 students, and now we actually have 100 students. And most of these students doesn't really have any dance background, and it's just really amazing. And I'm really proud of what they have achieved in the past few years with the proper guidance. And yeah, it's actually our first year to join Hip Hop Unite Championships. So the qualifier was held in Wellington this year, and then we won first place for that. So if you qualify here in New Zealand, it means you get a chance to to perform on the world stage. So last October we did our competition, and we represented New Zealand in Prague. And yeah, it's amazing that we were able to bring home the gold for New Zealand, and not just actually for New Zealand, for Christchurch, for the dance community, for the Filipino community. And actually we are diverse. We have, some of us are Samoans and Kiwis, and yeah, even in our dance studios we have different nationalities. We have Indians and Chinese and oh yeah, we don't have Koreans yet, but yeah. But yeah, it's just amazing to see how we were able to, because of dance, through dance, we were able to represent different nations. And yeah, and we hope that this is a start to open more opportunities for these dancers. For me, that's my goal. My dream is already done, but for me, my goal is to open more opportunities for artists like us, because again, it's very challenging because we have to pay for everything and all that. But I think hard work paid off, because now this like an open door for all the little ones as well. We get to inspire little ones that they can achieve whatever they want to, as long as they put their heart and mind to it. So thank you again for having us, and yeah, we hope we can win more gold for New Zealand. And yeah, I just want to introduce some of our dancers as well. So introduce yourself quickly.
I'm Ayana Sakdalan. I'm from Northcote, Papua Nui, and I go to Villa Maria College.
I'm Kurt Ward, and I'm from Hornby High School, and I just graduated this year.
Hi, my name is Garrett. I'm from Linwood, Hereford, and I go to ARA and I do nursing.
Hi, my name is Maroj. I'm from Linwood and I go to University of Canterbury.
Hi, I'm Marcus, and I'm from the Linwood suburb as well, and I'm doing my final year at University of Canterbury. So yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
And the video.
And yes, we also have actually like a presentation video that we, but it's not our dance. It's just like our as snippets of the years that we've won all throughout the years. But you can find our winning piece on our YouTube just in case, or if you can follow us and on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook.
And your latest video in New Brighton?
And we also did a video project in this year because we do video projects in Euphoria. So we did a video project with our students in New Brighton this year. And last year we did a video project in the city as well. So yeah, you can also find that in our YouTube just in case. So yeah, thank you so much. Enjoy the video.
So this was in Prague,
This was when we won here in Wellington.
on Wellington.
Run for them life. When I step into the jungle, say they wanna group up. They better move up, never gonna win a Royal Rumble. But when I come through, you know what I love to. I send shots for your team and leader. I make a witness decide to vacate. The war's getting sweet just like a Ribena. Yo, listen, you hear that? Killers in the jungle. Killers in the jungle. Killers in the jungle. Yo, listen, you hear that? Killers in the jungle. Yo, you hear that? Over, smell the aroma. Them done that really long time when I ramp when the skinny couldn't wake from a coma. Listen, you hear that? Shots get fired in the walls, right? For the sun, nothing ain't Chris really end up in the jungle.
So if...
There's more.
There's some more. There's some
That
more.
was in Prague.
Oh, this was the one in Prague.
And we actually beat Belgium. They won
The defending
the
champion.
defending champions in Europe. It's like 4 times winning, so we were able to beat them.
So if you want to join them, their dance studio is at Stanmore Road, Linwood.
Okay. Yeah.
It was amazing when they played the New Zealand anthem because it's like Olympics.
That is absolutely wonderful. We're all very proud of you. You know, I looking at how much effort and enthusiasm's gone into that, and it's very nice of you asked me to join, but you need a defibrillator. You need a defibrillator on the side of the room. If I can think of it. So, just a couple of questions. Celeste, you're all good? Yeah, Yanni, and then we'll take a photo with you. So we're very proud of you. So
Thank
well
you
done.
so much. Thank you for having us here again.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yanni?
thank you so much. And you know, I had the privilege of seeing you on Sunday at Cal Stadium. I understand you're having an end of the year performance. I just wondered if you wanted to just let the councillors know your upcoming event.
Oh yes, please. We are inviting you. We have actually our end of year this coming Sunday. We have 2 shows for that at the Piano Theatre. We have 4:30 p.m. and then the second show is at 7 o'clock. 4:30 is like the kids show, and then 7 o'clock is the adults show for the teens as well. So if you have time, I can flick a message and then I can give you reserved seats so that you can have like a full-on experience of how amazing these kids are, and you get to watch as well because we're doing our winning set as well from Prague on the 7th as well on the second show at 7 p.m. So if you have time, please invite your family as well because I think your kids will be inspired as well by the little ones, how amazing they are. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
How can they let Sam know if they want to go? So you can.
We actually posted it all on our Facebook, Instagram. But what I can do is I can also give out a link and then for the Sunday show as well. So yes, thank you so much. Thank
We
you.
have a photo with the mayor.
Okay, so next I'd like to welcome Jeffrey, who will talk about graffiti and industrial demolition in residential areas. Welcome.
Good morning. I've come today because reporting such to 53 Hereford Street is a waste of time dealing with certain people who have no interest in the city's appearance, obviously their job, or even organising or attending to complaints. They obviously have no pride in the city, and or in one ward in particular, they should be shown it all. I'd just like to bring your attention to a couple of issues. Graffiti, Evans Pass Road, Sumner, downhill side, a third of the way up the road from the bottom, been there for around 2 years. I have repeatedly reported it to no avail. It's rather large, as high as this room, elaborate coloured coded graffiti.
Is that the, sorry, Jeffrey, is that the bit by the gondola that...
No.
No, another bit.
Coming to that.
Yeah, come to that, okay.
The gondola has been there for the past 14 months. So big you can see it from New Brighton, clearly from Linwood Avenue. It's been painted out, it's been repainted, it's been repainted. It's a disgrace. The people, the tourists going up in the gondola, I don't know what they think of this. It's very large, it's white, stands out. Sumner Road, the uphill rock face, several hundred metres from the summit of Evans Pass. I don't know what the tourists and the boats think when they come in and they see it, what they're coming to. Been there before, but been painted out. Ensorth Road, Brown Street rail crossing on Ensorth Road. The rail shed, the boxes surrounding, the service boxes, utility boxes, utter disgrace. And if it's not the council's job, get on to the railways. Get them to sort it. The underpass of Tunnel Road, near the entrance to Horitani Valley. Been there over 12 months. Been reported several times. Nothing happens. Is the graffiti removal department on strike, or are they ensconced in their office at 53 Hereford Street? Maybe a time for a shake-up, a rearrangement of those sitting on the deck chairs. Do they no longer come down in the lift and venture out of the city with a notepad? Earlier this week, a gentleman from Greymouth passed away, Mr. Kevin Brown, who was a 3-time mayor. He used to walk around Greymouth with a notepad. I know it's not as big as Christchurch, but the point is, all you people should have notepads. You see what's wrong. The town was immaculate, well presented. It's a shambles now. It's an utter disgrace, and I'm embarrassed to say that I lived there. Another item, please get the proliferation of gorse bushes removed from Sumner Road. It's an utter disgrace, gorse. I went to a housewarming in Springmead Place in Hornby, beginning of October. As you enter the street, number 1. In this street is in fact an industrial site. Scrap metal business, storage set up on a residential section with a house in residential zone. The hierarchy and the councillor in question have been notified of this anomaly, but I have yet to have had the courtesy of a response. I have been told on one side that there is nothing the council can do about it. This anomaly, this breach. We have zones for a reason: commercial, industrial, residential undertakings. So why is it that someone at number 1 Springmead Place is allowed to breach the requirements and standards of the CCC? Do nothing, and the CCC do nothing about it? Why has it been allowed to be acceptable practice? What about the valuations of nearby properties in the street or the adjoining street, especially if you wish to sell your home? The price will be affected. Who wants to live near a junkyard, a car dismantling yard? The owner, I'm told, has about 40 other properties in the city. Probably does not understand English language, if you get my gist as to the type of person that owns it. Also,
that's time.
Pardon?
Carry on, please, Jeffrey.
And one other thing, with the promotion of New Brighton Mall being upgraded, is there a possibility that we can have some new public toilets, or the public toilets that are there upgraded? They've been closed for about 4 or 5 months. You've got to go and pee in the garden. Not good enough.
Okay, thank you,
Thank
Jeff.
you very much.
Yeah, good on you, mate. And that's you, yes, Celeste.
I'm just going to agree with that point. There is a significant problem with the toilets there. They're in a pretty dire state and they're often closed. And I know that some of our more elderly residents have to travel quite far to get to local toilets. So can we just get a report back on where they're sitting, and also as part of the master plan?
Thank you. Thank you, Jeffrey. Good
Thank
to see you
you.
again.
Look forward to some progress.
Next we have Chris joining us online and going to speak to us regarding item 7, the Plan Stop and Exemptions Amendment.
Hello, can you
Hello there, mate. How are you?
Good, thank you. Sorry, it might be a bit noisy here. I'm just at a school. So, yeah, I'm just calling in to put my support for the seeking the exemption, and just maybe to tell a bit of my story about it. So I live 55 Rutherford Street, which is quite close to the port link there. I don't have the exact address, but I think you know what I'm talking about, the container yard across from the Heathcote River. And I think the exemption kind of is related to this. It's kind of had a massive impact on my life living there with the noise, and I just thought maybe I could tell you a bit about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, please do.
So I wrote a few notes here just so that I didn't completely vague out. So I'm about 3 blocks away, and the noise affects me quite a lot. And it's gotten worse and worse. And I'd say in the last couple of months, it's become a real issue, for me at least. So I took a trip down to the river to see what was going on a couple of months ago, and I feel very sorry for the people living on that road. Their lives have really been turned upside down. For me, where I live, it's the non-stop forklift reversing beeping, which may sound like a small issue, but when it goes not 24 hours, when it goes 7:30 till 5 o'clock, if you can imagine a truck backing up with its beeping sound in the house next door when you wake up in the morning, then you come home at lunch and it's still doing it, and then you're home in the afternoon and it does it, and then it's the next day, and then you realize it's going to be forever. You might appreciate that sound really impacts your life. I mean, I can hear the containers banging from where I am as well, and I can hear the sound of the forklift engine, but the beeping is pretty grating. It's kind of like water torture, really. So I've called Noise Patrol a few times, and I'm kind of not the best situation, because the way they measure it is they measure any gap in sound between beeping. It kind of dilutes the overall result, but they're not taking into account the kind of effect that non-stop beeping every day, all day has on your life. I mean, it kind of puts me on edge, and it puts me off being at home, frankly. So I think the council, it seems like the blocks and blocks of people that live there weren't really taken into consideration. I mean, I've lived there for almost 20 years in that area, and I know it's industrial. People say we shouldn't have bought a house in an industrial area. I've been there since 2007, and I've never had a problem. You hear the bit of noise here and there, but this is next level, and it's so persistent, and it affects so many people. And there's a lot of people I know also that are affected, and they don't know what to do, and they're not sure where to turn to. And I've talked to them about Noise Patrol, but people are wondering, are they just going to have to live with that? And I mean, I'm just saying a few things I know about it. I know they put up a fence there, but I mean, that fence is a joke. That does nothing. Kind of, for me, I guess really we're addressing the exemption, and I support it because, I think the council should kind of make sure this maybe doesn't happen more and more to other people. I'm kind of guessing that it's not going to help my situation, and there might be other things that need to happen to help my situation. I mean, all they really need to do is turn off the backing noise to their forklifts, would save, half the problem for people. There's like one guy down there in a forklift in a truck, and they're affecting potentially thousands of people. But I know there's health and safety stuff there as well. So I guess to summarize, I would say I support the seeking of the exemption, even if it's not going to directly help me, because it will help other people. And I just wanted to get across kind of the gravity the noise has on people's life. And it's one of those things, if you don't live there, it'd be pretty easy to be like, oh well. I put something on Facebook, and everyone that doesn't live around me just said, get over it. I was like, it's easy to say, but if you live there and it's affecting you all day, every day, you might feel different. I'd say come down and spend a day at someone's house there, and you'd be like, oh, okay, I see. Yeah, it's not good. So, I guess I'm using my own situation that I'm going through with kind of noise pollution to, show why I would support seeking the exemption. And I guess that's about all I have to say, really.
Okay, Chris, that's very well put. Very well put presentation. Any questions, Timothy?
If one of the key frustrations is the becking, which is a safety device on the forklifts, I'm just wondering, could our health and safety team go down and meet their team on site and discuss ways that we could alternative? There may not be, but I'm just saying if there is an opportunity, then maybe there is a bit of cross-pollination.
It also talked to WorkSafe because it's one of those ones.
Yeah.
But I have heard places with different types of beepers, but I'm not an expert in that department. But
No.
If that's the biggest issue, let's see if we can maybe think about something.
There are one or two that use lights over, anyway.
So we'll consider that. We can't commit to it
No.
because we don't want to confuse our regulator role with our health and safety role, but we'll look and see if it's appropriate.
I kind of, I mean, it is a really big one. And I know for people closer, it's not, there's obviously vibrations, and that are probably maybe even more concerning for them. I think I'm far enough away, the vibrations, it's not such a big deal. It would be a shame if there had been a way, if we went on for years with this beeping all day, non-stop, and it turned out there was a way it could have been addressed and no one ever did, and they're like, oh yeah, we could just turn that off, or we can just turn it down. I'd be like, oh God. If that could have been done, if someone had have sorted that out, I don't know, I mean, that would be a great step to
in the
find
right
out
direction.
if it's something that can be addressed going forward.
Okay, Chris, thank you very much for bringing that to our attention, and please carry on. You've got no more else to say. You're all good.
I think it's it. I mean, my last note that I've got here is really just to say, is it really reasonable for a business 4 blocks away to be affecting lives so far away? I realise, it's a long. I realise they're in an industrial zone, but I don't think I am. And it's affecting me every day, all the time. And I realise that, containing sound is complicated, but I'm not sure it's...
That's cool. Chris, got time for one question, and Aaron has his hand up.
It's just a suggestion, following up on Tim's. There is a thing called that's used in urban areas to reduce noise pollution, and it's a broadband alarm that they use. So I just did a quick search. So there is an option for reducing it. So if someone's having a look, if they look into that, it'd be good. Not saying it can be done, but
at least look. Okay.
Let's look.
Thank you very much for your time this morning, Chris. Very good to hear from you.
All right, see ya.
Thank you, mate. Bye. Okay, so now I need a mover and second. I'm happy to move it, and Jake's happy to second it. He doesn't know what he's seconding yet. The open and PX minutes set out in items 5, 6 and 16. All those in favour? Against? Thank you, that's carried. Now we go to number 7, which is the one that Chris talked about, the Plan Stop Exemptions Amendment. Now, what we're doing here is adding scope for the industrial residential interface into the scope for the exemption. So certainly the right thing to do is, I think I'll move it and Mark will second it. I'll throw it out there, and all those in favour? Aye. Against? Thank you. Sorry, Yanni, you wanted to have a bit of debate, I know.
Yeah, thanks.
And
I had a question of staff as well. So, we've obviously just heard a deputation this morning from someone whose life has been, really badly impacted. In terms of the exemption, in terms of the scope, in terms of extending it, will it have the ability to then look at the noise limits around what activities are currently occurring, or is it only for future activities?
No, it's only for future activities. So if they change their land use or they increase the activity on site, then existing use rights may not apply. I did mention last time I briefed you on this, the fact that there are some changes expected through the RMA reform. So we are awaiting those because they potentially may change enablement through existing use rights as well. So there was some signals in the blueprint report that meant that some expansion of existing use rights might be provided for. So we're waiting for that, but that may be clearer as of next week.
So when we, just a follow-up question, so when we change the noise limits around like the stadium, for example, we are changing noise limits in existing activities. Why can we not do that in this area?
Yes, it's all to do with existing use rights. If you've got a legally established activity, you can continue to operate within what's been established as existing use rights. So anything that is enabled under a district plan, they can go for a certificate of compliance to confirm that, or they demonstrate to council that they were compliant with the rules at that time. So they can continue with those rules at the time that they were established. Again, if they change any of the nature of the activity, the character or the scale, that's when the rules of the district plan will come into force.
That's good question, Gianni, and we have actually voted on it, that doesn't matter. So we'll carry on forward, and I think the right thing has happened by extending it out with the scope. You agree?
Yeah, so I mean, just to go into debate now, like I strongly support this. For those of us who live in close proximity to this type of activity, it has been obvious since 2018 that council was aware of it. We've got scrap metal yards, we've got car wreckers, we've got a whole bunch of these activities around metal containers being dropped on each other. It's in Bromley, it's in Hornby, it's in Woolston, it's in Linwood, it's probably in Heathcote. The issue here is that we need to get better rules in place, and for those people who are currently suffering, I think we do need to look at more how we're doing measure around the reasonableness of what's going on. But actually, those people would not wish this on their worst enemies. It is so horrific. People are incredibly stressed out. Their quality of life has been absolutely ruined. They cannot have any enjoyment of their outdoor living. They can't open windows, and they are really, really impacted by what's going on. So the more we can do to get better controls in place, this is such a shame that we've taken so long to get to this point, that now the government's looking to change the law and stopped us from even being able to do plan changes. This was raised years and years ago around this council table by myself, and I'm very supportive of getting this plan change in place. It's embarrassing that we have to go to government and seek an exemption to do something that is actually right by our community to protect their quality of life from these sorts of activities, but that's the situation we're in. So thank you to staff for bringing this back. Thank you for looking at enabling us to do more. I look forward to getting this plan change progressed and seeking the exemption.
And it has gone to the vote, and we have all voted on it, and I let you speak because you're the local councillor that's deeply affected by this particular area. Okay, thank you very much. Right, my mistake for not letting Yanni speak. Right, we're up to number 8, assignment of leases. Canterbury Westland Kindergarten Association Incorporated, and Sam is happy to move it, and Mel is happy to second it. It's clear as. So anyone got any questions? Anyone got any debate? No, I'll put that motion. All those in favour? Against? Thank you, that's carried. Okay, we're up to number 9. Otakaro Avon River Corridor designation. Brent, do you want to give us a wee bit on this? I'm happy to move it. And Celeste is happy to second it. So, sorry, Kelly. So, has anyone got any questions of Brent? Yanni, yes, please. Or Brent, sorry, do you want to talk a bit about it first?
It sounds like I don't need to.
Okay, I don't think so. Right, Yanni, fire away, mate.
Yeah, thank you. Just the question that was raised yesterday around the financials on page 42. Just interested to know what the anticipated costs are and what resourcing is required, and whether that will have any impact on other work programs or other budgets.
The project is already underway, so it will not have any impact on other budgets or projects.
Sorry, do we know what the costs are? We don't have anything on page 42, but this was asked at the informal.
Absolutely. So the cost currently of the FTAA consent is approximately $2 million.
Sorry, just because that's the first time we've heard that figure. It sounds like a lot. If we were just to not do the fast track process, do you have an idea of what sort of comparison to cost we'd be looking at?
Absolutely. So in our application to get our fast track listed, we said there was approximately 50 million of savings by doing this process. 50. That is an extrapolation of the cost of consenting our projects to date.
Do this.
Okay, thanks. Thank you for clarifying that. Yeah, I'm very supportive.
Okay. Celeste?
Thank you. I think this is a good approach, and I'm looking forward to it, speeding up the work in the red zone. In regards to related projects sort of adjacent to it, such as Pages Road Bridge, are we looking at extending the scope? Because I think originally when this was put through for fast track, I was a little surprised that we didn't include that as part of the wider application. So is there any additional work happening behind the scenes on the...
I don't know. I can find out.
That'd be great. Thank you.
You understood? Okay. So, no more questions. You're right there? Any debate? Now, I'm going to actually use the voting tool thing, just for a bit of practice. Sorry, everyone. Is that right, Sam? Pardon? Okay, this is new for me. I will now open the voting. No, but it's good practice, good practice. And Sam will tell me when everyone has. Yeah, sorry. That's when I said open the vote. Everyone, right, I'll now close the voting. Thank you, everyone. And everyone, look at that, marvellous. Thank you very much. The system is working. Yeah. Unanimous. Okay, thank you very much, Brent. Yeah. Okay, the next one's item 10, and this is the council submission to the Standards New Zealand Local Government Standing Orders. Now, we're very lucky to have had Katie in the tent pushing our barrow, so to speak, and we've had a number of discussions and workshops over this, so I think it's just really the next step. Has anyone would like to move it? Victoria would like to move it, and Tyler's happy to second it. Has anyone got any questions of Katie or any debate that they'd like to have? Timothy?
Just to say thank you for the work you've done on it. It's really appreciated. Cheers.
Thank you.
Okay. Shall we try it again, Sam? Okay. We'll try the old button department again. Thank you, Katie. So voting is now open. David? We're all done. Thank you. Voting is closed. Thank you very much. Look at that. Okay, that's excellent. That is carried. Thank you very much. Right, we're motoring along. We're doing pretty jolly good. Right, so now we've got everyone. Yeah, you got it. You're good.
I think that's quite an important factor here.
Okay, we're not going to design the tool. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Number 11. This is everyone. Thank you. Draft 25 to 28 schedule of council and committee meetings, and Sam has done one hell of a lot of work to this. Is anyone would like to move it before we ask Sam? Andre's happy to move it. I'm more than happy to second it. Has anyone got any questions of Sam or any debate on it? No questions, so any debate? Or questions? Sorry, Yanni, there you go.
Just one question in regards to the location of the meetings. One of the things that we have done in the past as a council is actually go and meet at Marae. We've had different locations in the council for our council meetings. Is there flexibility within this to do that?
It's probably not part of this report, but I know just with the live streaming, etc., it's a lot of logistic work. So
Right.
it really would depend on the type of meeting, I suppose, to look at whether it's feasible.
At the moment, you're only agreeing to the calendar of meetings, so we can actually particularly the workshops or the briefing sessions would be good things to move around.
Great, thank you. Thank you for the work you've done on it.
Very good. That's excellent. I think because Sam's not there. Oh yes. Yeah. Shall we just try it by going aye? Shall we? Okay, right. It's worked for a few years, yes. So we've got a mover and seconder. I'll put that motion. All those in favour? Aye. Against? Thank you. That is carried. Thank you, Sam, for all your work. Right, we're now up to item 12, which is the appointment of the Recess Committee, and Sam's in the hot seat again. Has anyone got any questions of Sam? Now, we're going to put Tim's put his hand up, and he's... Yeah. Everyone's happy with Tim? No. Yeah. Okay, so we put, that's it? That's all we need? Just one? Okay. Thank you very much, Tim. Pauline has moved it, and Melanie is more than happy to second it, so that's very good. So while we're on a roll, we'll try the same thing. All those in favour? Aye. Against? Thank you, that's carried. Brilliant. Okay, we're going very well. We're going very well. Elected member appointments. Matt.
Just to note in the report, if I can, a slight correction. So paragraph 4.3.16, the Maclean Institute, the last sentence is incorrect. It doesn't change the detail in the report, but the Maclean Institute no longer solely owns Hollyley Retirement Village.
Okay, so that'll get tidied up in the minutes.
Tidy that up in the minutes, yep.
Yep, okay. And Sam's happy to move, and, yep. We've got
Sorry, there was a question. I'm aware that Councillor Johansson's made a request in relation to creative communities. Matt, was there another place available on that could be filled by a councillor?
I believe, I haven't seen the question, I believe there were two spaces. One has, the appointments name one councillor, and the idea was to go an expression of interest for the second. So a councillor or a community board member could go out for the expressions of interest. And that would go back to the board for...
Happy to second that one, Vic, if you want to amend it.
Yeah, I'm happy to amend it so that it's, I think it's Nathaniel and Yanni, and it doesn't drop down to community board. Thanks.
Okay, happy? Everyone happy?
Thanks.
So...
I just had... Sorry, just...
Sorry, yeah, Yanni. Yeah. And then I got Tyler.
So thank you for doing that. I did try and seek a list of who'd gone for what and what the vacancies were, but I've never, well, that hasn't been given to me on privacy grounds. So I just think, you know, it's good if there's a vacancy that we're aware, so we can either put our hand up or not. So thank you for agreeing to that. Just wanted to check in regards to Arana Park. We used to have appointments to Arana Park. Is there any that wasn't on the list?
Good question.
It's not on the list of appointments that I've seen. I don't think they're one of the council organisations named in the policy. We can follow it up. There are opportunities to make more appointments throughout the term, and I expect that we will be coming back with more because there were some that weren't appointed.
This is sort of a start of a 10 line in the sand. Aaron, have you got something about Arana Park?
Yeah, well, that sits in our ward, and for a long time, Mike Wall was the council appointee, former city councillor, community board member. Yeah, it's in our ward. It's in the most visited ward in Christchurch. So, yeah.
Okay. So Matt will check that out, but as I say, it's a line in the sand. So we've got Aaron, Yanni, to just go Tyler, and then Nathaniel.
No, I'm good.
Okay, Nathaniel, please.
Yeah, just to avoid getting into a bad habit, my name doesn't have a hyphen between Hertz and Jardine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just nipping it into the bud now. Also, appoint I as well. I'm there as well. Thank you.
Celeste, please.
No. Just a question around the community board. What is the process for community board members to put themselves forward? Because I just want to make sure that everyone has that opportunity for some of those appointments.
So following the decisions today, any that are left vacant or any that need to be filled, if there are others such as Arana Park, The panel planned to do another expressions of interest process, this time not start with councillors but go wider and do councillors and community board members.
Just a quick follow-up. What was the process for this, though, for community boards?
The first expressions of interest process was solely around councillors.
But if there are community board members appointed, how do they get put forward for that? Just trying to understand the process.
So in the instance of this one, the panel had received a request from a community board member, and over a number of years, that community board member had been requesting to be considered. So throughout the term last year, when places became available, and again throughout the time this year.
Okay, thank you. That's good. We've got Kelly and Tim, and then we'll move on. Yep.
Yeah, Matt, is the mayor able to appoint people to committees? Because I remember a couple of terms ago when James Daniels resigned, Leanne Dalzell appointed me to the Estuary Trust without going wider. So, I mean, is that a precedent?
There's a policy. We would look to follow the policy. If there were additional appointments that were needed to be made, as per the policy, I think what we would look to do is bring that back either as part of the Mayor's report or bring a similar report like this back. Council decided or resolved to create an appointments committee this time with 4 people on it, so we would look to bring them back through that committee.
Thank you, Matt. That's good. And Tim, please, and then we'll get into it.
Thank you. When it comes down to the community board level, I'm presuming, and just want to make sure I'm right, that say if it was the Estuary Trust or Arana Park or whatever, that it is the local community board that covers that area, that those members are given priority over say, someone that was, no offence, in Hornby or whatever, you know, because they know their communities and they know the area, etc. Yeah. Well, the beachfront, Hornby.
I think it would be a matter for the appointments committee to consider.
Okay.
When they make that recommendation.
Thank you. That's probably enough questions. Does anyone want to do any debate on this? Sam's moved it and I'm happy to second it. Tyler?
Nothing big. I just wanted to publicly acknowledge Councillor Mark Peters for the work you did with Rickett and Bush Trust. And I want to thank you for the work that you did. So, and also thanks to the appointments committee for all of the work you've done. Thank you.
Thank you, mate. No problem. So we'll use the old tool again. So I will now open the voting. Yep, there we go. Jake's. All good. Voting is now closed. Thank you very much. And there we have it. So that's carried. Thank you very much, everybody. So now, ta-da, the Mayor's monthly report. It's up on there. Okay. Right. Is everyone happy? Okay, Mayor's monthly report, which you will have read in its entirety, I'm sure. One thing I'd like to say is I'm very delighted to be back serving as mayor following the recent elections, and I think that the team we've got is excellent. So I'm very much looking forward to working with everyone going forward. The other day, a while ago, I'm going to start dribbling on a bit now because it's all about me. The Parakiori hydroslides, we went out to all the 7 and 8 clients, Form 1 and 2 to older people like myself, to put in a video for how to go down, who should be the first school down the hydroslide. And Littleton won it, I'm pleased to say. And I went over there and had them on. The principal hadn't told them, so I went there and sat in front of them. I said, the principal's got some very bad news to tell you, because she's too scared to tell you, so she's brought me along. And I said, there was all these schools and the top 4 are going down the hydroslide, and I've got the bad news to tell you that you weren't 4th. that you were first, and you should have seen them bouncing around the room. So it was absolutely fantastic. It was 120 odd kids went there, and it was mayhem, and it was great. So I had a lash, of course, and if anyone wants to get scared living daylights out, go down the one that drops out from underneath you, and you drop 12 metres down into a black hole and somehow pop out the other end. So it was good. And the next one is celebrating our excellence. We've had a celebration here at the council, but the supreme award that our team got against every other industry nationwide, and that's absolutely fantastic. And we celebrated that the other day, so that's very good. I went over to Wainui, Akara King Salmon have christened a new boat that they've got. The interesting stuff, and sorry to say it is in Banks Peninsula, Tyrone. They haul on a good week 5,000 fish a week out of the water, and that is, that's good, and it's top end stuff, and it's exported all over the world, so it's really good. And I'd just like to thank councillors. A number of them came down to the Armistice Day remembrance that we did. That was good. And the other thing, which is a highlight last month, was the third highest person in the Chinese government came over for the opening of the Riwi Alley Museum. And that is outstanding. I've been lucky enough to go to China last year, and I was embarrassed that we had nothing about Riwi Alley here. They revere the ground he walks on. There's museums here, there and everywhere. And here he is. He's born in Springfield and went to school across the road when it was Boys High across the road, and we had nothing. So a lot of work with Victoria and Sir David Carter, and certainly the Chinese consulate to get this done. And I was very proud of the city for being there. It was absolutely excellent. So that's that. Do I need to move and second that? Don't do I? Right. I'm happy to move it, of course, and Vic's happy to second it. All of those in favour? I thank you. That is carried. Now we'll rip into public excluded, as set out on pages 5 and 6 of the open supplementary agenda. I'm happy to move it, and Mel's happy to second it. All those in favour? Those against? Thank you. That's carried. And give us a few minutes, and we'll be done. We're on fire, Mary.